Okay. Hello, everyone. Here we go. We'll probably get some people coming in a minute. Um, I am here with Pierre Doanetto. Did I say it correctly?
Yep, Doanetto, that's correct.
Doanetto, and who is the director of Crimson Archer, which is the biggest, most on the nose, like perfect fan film. I did a video a while back. I watched all the fan films I could find, and then I reached out to Pierre. At that time, Crimson Archer had not come out yet, but you gave me a little screener. I got a little ahead of time, but so I wanted to have Pierre on because the movie is out now. You can watch it; it is on YouTube. And this is I think what everyone to know is like there are fan films, and then there's this. This is a feature length. We're talking a massive hundreds of actors, right? Helicopters, penitentiary sets, fight scenes, action scenes. Also, if you are a person who has been wronged by the movies that have come out by Hollywood, or feels where what do they do to us every time when they make a movie? They change the characters, they look nothing like them. They get rid of the costumes, they look nothing like them. They change the story so it looks nothing like them. Pierre did the opposite. Everything looks like the action figure, right? And it's just a love letter to G.I. Joe. And I really want to just get Pierre on to talk about G.I. Joe and the movie. And so thanks for joining me.
Hey, no problem, Mark. Thanks to you and your audience out there, and whoever saw the film already. It was either in the festivals or at theaters, or now hitting it now on YouTube. Um, it was it is a love letter to the fans of GI Joe. The way how we would envision the film that Hasbro should have made for us fans, to be accurate with the characters, and that cross-reference them to something else. Like Rise of Cobra was kind of a big disappointment when I saw that, and what they did to Cobra Commander with the mask. And, at first I thought he was Dr. Mindbender at the beginning because of the monocle. It's just so confusing. The love story between Baroness and Duke, it just that messed me up as a fan. Part two, Retaliation. Now they brought in some bigger hitters with The Rock and everybody else coming into that, and they thought they could make more out of this. And changing the costume for Snake Eyes was a big complaint from the first film with the Snake Eyes costume. Okay, a lot of fans didn't like it. Okay, and they got better with the second one. That I can respect the second film that starts with the costume. The fight. So Ray Parks is a great guy. He played Snake Eyes beautifully in the film, the second one, and the fight scene there with Storm Shadow. But it still didn't really hit it home for me. They were getting close, but it just wasn't there. It's just Hollywood, a lot more explosions and CGI and all that stuff. It wasn't true. So, and I'm a nostalgia guy from the 80s. So, I appreciate what I grew up to and make it real for us.
Yeah. I think the movie really hits that nostalgia nicely. One of the things I like about it is the camaraderie they have. You have like a lot of guys, like one of the parts of the movie. Some folks joining us. Is there's a lot of banter between the guys. You can sense they're like good friends, and that to me felt real. Like that was, I guess that's like the head canon. And so when you play, you would have like there's a good scene where a beachhead is like talking to Roadblock, and they're just talking like they're friends, waiting to go on the mission. And that to me is like that. Or there's like a boardroom scene where you have the whole gang there. They all look like they should, and they're talking like friends. It's funny too. The dialogue's funny. So that to me is like one of my favorite things about the movie is that banter.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, we've all done intentionally. The writer Eric Bench, he's a great writer. When I first met Eric and the crew, a lot of them didn't know a lot about GI Joe. But this is where I came in. But now it's surprising. Now they know everything about it. Now to this, after we're all done, they know everything about it. So I made new fans, for GI Joe.
We need new fans because
right.
We're all hitting our. For me, I'm 50. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, same there, man. Same. Yeah. It's for our generation,
Right. Yeah. So thanks for joining us here, Action Figure Archive. Hello.
Oh, there's one thing in the film. If you haven't seen it yet, one guy commented they did see an Easter egg in one of the scenes in the film. There are Easter eggs in the movie.
Oh, nice.
So you might have to watch it a few times to find them. It's all nostalgia. Everything's nostalgia. So you might, here's a hint. A lot of it goes towards the Transformers side for Easter eggs. So it's a little bit 80s innuendo stuff. You'll catch them.
Okay. So, yeah. There's a little sound wave anywhere.
Yeah, he's kind of like, he's kind of monitoring on the Joes per se.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Yeah.
But yeah, people were actually requesting for a sequel. So like I said, with the first film, how it pans out, if there's more demand for the second, because it's set up that way, we will be on the go for the sequel.
Nice. Okay. Great. So what inspired you to do this?
Just growing up with the cartoons and the action figures and one time I dressed up as Snake Eyes at a Comic-Con for the first time. And I played Snake Eyes to the T throughout the whole event. I didn't speak a word to anybody. One of the artists, I think his name was Ron Wagner, and he came up from the table and he told me, Sir, I've been sitting here for 2 hours watching you, and you didn't say a word to anybody. And it came up to me as Snake Eyes. So later on, I won a contest for that costume at a Wizard World Con, and I got to meet a few celebrities during the time. Brandon Routh, Ernie Hudson, and Jason Mewes. And we talked a little bit, behind, in the back room and stuff like that. So they kind of got me started doing the filmmaking of this. They mentioned a guy named Mark Chang that did Red Retrieval, I believe, another fan film.
Oh yeah,
a while back, and they told me about that, and I kind of took over what was there. He was a little bit more darker than mine, so
yeah,
a lot more, much darker than mine.
I think everybody dies in his, right? I feel like everybody dies.
Right.
It's a spoiler alert. You can watch it online. It's good.
Right. But it's just then it got me pursuing doing all this, and I gathered the crew and the actors, and we did our best trying to find our best here in Iowa, where I live here. We're not from California or anything, so the resources are not quite there because we're not really known for filmmaking here in the state. So I tried my best at making what it is.
Well, here's another quick, because I'm actually a filmmaker. I've done some filmmaking, and I know what a giant pain in the ass filmmaking is. If you're not a filmmaker, and you're here, and it is the world's biggest pain in the ass. So, what would possess you to make a feature-length fan film, though?
A lot of people have asked me this. Like either I'm crazy.
Yeah,
have balls of steel to do something like this.
Right.
Maybe a little bit of both. Who knows? But my love for GI Joe, and I just wanted to make it right with the fans and enjoy filmmaking. For the first time, and it's been great overall. A great experience for me, and I met a lot of people and learned a lot of different things.
Wait, you said so? Have you made films before?
Smaller, like small type videos, nothing like this. Nothing like this.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I think you got to see it to believe it, because there's a lot goes into it. You had a ton of characters. You had big sets, big set pieces, action scenes, fight scene choreography, special effects. So that's a lot. How long? What was the shooting schedule like?
Well, it's funny thing is it was supposed to be the whole duration of the project was supposed to last 3 years, but it didn't happen that way because of certain locations got dropped during the middle of shoot. Certain actors kind of went to the hospital or went to certain other places. So it was a lot of disturbance within the project that I had to fix. But we got cool places to replace a lot of the locations. So it just a lot of things happened. You know how filming is. You gotta have a plan A, plan B, plan C, D, everything.
Yeah, it screws with you basically. It's pretty much always going to whatever. The weather will screw with you. The motorcycles will ruin sound.
No, everything. It's everything. I mean, our guys are troopers. I mean, I think that I was very grateful to have the people that I had because they stuck it out with me, even in the hottest heat. I mean, it is just so raging. They were there sweating, even the coldest days. Because I remember Dr. Mindbender was kind of almost half naked in his little costume.
Yeah,
and it was freezing. So we had to make sure there were coats available for the actors as soon as they were done with their robes. I knew they were cold.
Yeah, the real Dr. Mindbender is crazy, so he doesn't bother.
Right.
Yeah. So how long did the movie take you to make?
I'd say 2016 we started principal shooting, and it didn't end till 19 for shooting. And then post production came, and then the pandemic came.
Oh yeah.
So we didn't hit theaters until 21.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Where'd you play?
Mostly around my state. All the theaters in my state. I talked to Freely Theaters. They pretty much aired it a lot of here in the whole entire state with with the theaters they owned. So it was great.
Now, are you a collector now? You buy this stuff?
Oh, I've been a collector. I mean, I'll show you right now. I mean, yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. I'm a fan. I mean, we got your classifieds here, all of them here.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but I got all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
all this stuff. All these tubs are all full of toys. So, I mean, I even got the flag.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow. You have it up too. Yeah.
So, nice. But yeah, I'm also a collector and everything. So,
nice. Are you liking the classified right now?
I am liking the classifieds, but I did agree with you with one of your episodes as far as for the Snowcat Haslab crowdfunder was kind of a big bust, I think. I don't even think it's funded yet, is it?
No, and it goes up like 20 a day. I don't know. Maybe it's got like maybe 500 to fund.
Okay.
But that's not good because there's only like 12 days left or something. So like 11 days.
Well, I bought one. I mean, just to add to my collection, but I wasn't too impressed with this particular Haslab. People can hate you or me about it. That's fine. I didn't feel the price point or what it was should have been like $325 or anything like that. But
yeah, $325 is steep, man. That's just
pretty steep or something like that.
Yeah, it feel like it really could have been. I think it's a beautiful toy. I think they did a good job. So it's not. It just
right. It lights up and add a little stuff to it. I get it.
Yeah, it just feels like they could have done something more bigger for Haslab and kept this, retail.
And I kept the figures kind of more classical, like how we like to see them. That's compared to the beginning, how they kind of screwed that up, but they gotten better at it.
Yeah, definitely. So, where did you get your cast? How'd you get your cast?
We had auditions. The writer and I had an auditions over in a restaurant called Perkins. and we reserved half the spot. So you had half the restaurant people eating, and just my right and I, and just one half of the rest by ourselves with the strips. It kind of made the actors nervous a little bit when they came, but they all did well.
Nice. Are they all actors?
They're all actors from like playhouses and civic centers and stuff like that. So they're regulars at this, so they know how to read script and everything.
Very cool. And you yourself played Snake Eyes. I
played Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So you have a pretty good fight scene there too with the Storm Shadow.
There's good. That's the pinnacle of the film. I wanted for it's that particular fight scene had to be like the most important part of the movie. We had to have that, and so I knew the Scarlet Baroness scene. We had a little issues because I wanted to bring in some stunt doubles for that, but she said she wanted to do it. So I let her do it. And as far as for the Snake Eyes Storm Shadow fight scene, that was coordinated with a guy named Quan and Nick, who played the Storm Shadow. And that took all night. And that was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, that's all I could say.
you were hurting the next day, I imagine.
I mean, Quan, it was just a tough scene for what I heard from our DP and one of our production managers. I walked upstairs, so I had a stunt guy come in there to play the fight scene originally upstairs before I had to come up there, so I was dealing some stuff downstairs with another scene. So I come up there, and my production manager comes look at me. Where'd you get these guys? These guys are animals out here. I mean, they're beating the piss out of each other. You know, it's like, come on, guys! Like, calm down. It's a movie. It's a movie. But there was a lot of stuff behind the scenes. They're just incredible. We'll show that later on our channel. Behind the scenes, there were one example, Major Blood being locked in a bathroom at the prison for hours. That was a story. It's incredible. And I mean,
how that happens.
Stuff that happens to us is you can't write this stuff. I tell you, man, you can't make it up, man. You can't. But we'll show that in behind the scenes and some other interviews later on.
So you can you have a YouTube channel. You can see all that stuff.
Yep, you can see all that stuff.
And you can see the movie too.
Right.
Message.
Oh, did you see the music video?
Oh yeah. Oh right. Okay.
There's a music video on the channel as well, dedicated to the film.
Oh, nice. All right. Who's the band?
They're called 2-Bit Operation or 2-Bit Op. So great guys.
Did they have a song in the film or?
The song's called "Crimson Archer Will Never Rest."
Okay, nice. We get a little comment here. Great to hear more about the film and you. When's the sequel?
Oh, when's the sequel? Like I said earlier, it all depends how this first film plays out. If there's more comments as far as for the demand of the sequel, I did put a poll on YouTube asking the type of films you guys want to see. You know, one of them was, you guys want to see a sequel of Crimson Archer, and a lot of people said yes. So, and I did want to work on a horror film, but I could push that to the side for now.
Okay, yeah.
But if something really, I want to make a solid horror film, but I'm wait on a script for that later on. But I'm just going to keep on doing my G.I. Joe stuff for the time being. Kind of keep this kind of train rolling for our guys.
Did you get any Hasbro doesn't care? Did you interact with Hasbro at all, or
a little bit with them through email correspondence and stuff like that? Some attorney stuff. That's about it. They wasn't an easy thing to do.
No.
I wouldn't recommend it for anybody.
Did you have to go through, or did you just say, I'm making a fan film and not making any money off
of it? They understand the situation, what a fan film's all about. I know that back when we first started, there was another group that did a Star Trek film.
Okay.
And they accidentally profited from it. I wouldn't say accidentally. I guess it was their music. Their music they were making money off of, and CBS and Paramount went after them. And then those Star Wars people started making theirs, and then George Lucas came out and supported those guys to make them. So Disney wouldn't do anything to them. So we're on the Hasbro side now. So we're kind of like in the same boat with the rest of the fan film people, you know. Yeah, as long as you don't make a profit, yours should be golden.
Yeah. Okay. So what did you do for a budget? Did you
My budget?
Your budget? You paid for it. Oh, wow. Ouch.
Yeah. And I can't discuss how much it was either. I just don't want to disclose that.
I got you. It can be pricey, you know. Making a movie is difficult.
It shocked you. It would shock you. It would really shock you. It's some of my staff know how much all went to this project, so I'm still kind of recovering from it in a sense. You know, it cost me my time, my money, and my health. So because after the project was over, I got struck with Lyme disease pretty hard.
Oh, damn. From
a Lone Star tick that had a star on his back. So, and I was kind of out of commission for a bit, and then shingles happened at the same time. So I was a mess. So I was like, this is my reward, I guess. Don't do a full feature.
Yeah, it'll kill your health. Yeah, definitely. It's exhausting.
It is exhausting. The amount of stress it can give you. But overall, I loved my actors. They were the greatest guys. Even my crew. I mean, they helped me go through all the toughest times.
Nice. So who's your favorite? You have a favorite? Who's your favorite G.I. Joe character?
Well, Snake Eyes, of course.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
Right here, my brother.
Yeah. Who else? Who are your guys?
Growing up, like my action figures, I'd say my setup would have been like Snake Eyes. I had Tunnel Rat, Footloose, Lieutenant Falcon. I want to say Outback. A lot of guys in camo, pretty much. You know, they were pretty much in my setup. Action figures back then, my favorite guys to use back then. But
Snake Eyes says he approves. Nice. Well, it's nice they made it, all made it into the movie, which is we didn't know Outback. Outback wasn't in there, I think, right?
Outback, yeah. Oh, Outback's not in this one.
Yeah, not in this one. Save him for the next one.
Well, the next one, if you saw the first one, if you know who Team B was, if you saw Flint, that was part of Team B. They were discussing about their mission.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So when we dive into the sequel, we're going to go reflect on Team B's side of it all.
Okay, nice.
Okay. So, and we will probably feature more of the Dreadnoks in the second version.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be great.
So, yeah, I know a lot of fans been asking more for the Noks. So we're gonna give them all the Noks in the second version.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great, man. Okay, not sure I missed this. Can't wait to watch it. Oh yeah, definitely check it out. Yeah, Dreadnought. That would be a fun role for anybody to play.
Oh yeah, I mean we're discussing character layout. So you're looking at Team B, which is probably composed of Flint, Lady J, Stalker. That point that we know of. Then on the Cobra side, we have all the Noks, including Zartan. But I was going to throw in possibly Firefly and maybe a choice between Copperhead or Scrap Iron.
Oh, right. Nice.
So as far as for the twins, I can't find twins for actors. So I'm sorry that I can't get the Crimson Twins for you.
You can green screen that shit, right? Can't you?
we can do the double impact Jean-Claude Van Damme portion, the side by side kind of thing. It just takes a while in post to fix all that, but
so the Dreadnoughts. You have a favorite Dreadnought?
Oh, I would say as a kid growing up, I had Torch.
Okay.
I wouldn't say he was my favorite, but I had him as a figure. But I wanted Buzzer, but I could never find him as a kid. So
He's my favorite.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
his whole backstory is so interesting, and he's like this.
He's from Australia, right?
He's actually English.
English, okay, English.
Yeah, for some reason the Dreadnoks are Australian as a gang, but none of them are Australian except for I think Zarkman's Australian, but it's like or we might not even know. But yeah, I think he's like an Oxford he's an Oxford professor.
You're right. He's like an educated guy, right?
Right? Yeah, and then he just like goes crazy. He goes to like study the Dreadnoks, and he loses his mind, and he just like becomes this like obsessed with chainsawing shit. It's a great story, man. That's a great movie.
Where can we implement that in the second version of the second film somehow? In Buzzards Life, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, we're going to show Team B and then the Knox, and I've already seen a glimpse of what the kind of a makeup what the script would be like, but I'm not going to spoil you guys a lot of it, so you're just going to have to wait.
You gonna pay for that one too, or you gonna kickstart it?
We're going to kickstart that one.
Yeah.
I don't got enough to do the next one.
Yeah. Probably wise. Yeah. Don't use your own money.
Right. Well, I had to the first time.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, no one knows who you are, and you really want to make an impact, and it'd be so hard trying to get funding for anything these days. So I had a little to start out with. And the years went by, it got a little better. So it wasn't like a big, ginormous budget and all at once type of thing. Just payments down the line. You know what I'm saying? So it just worked out that way.
Doing kind of Weekend Warriors style filmmaking?
Yeah, if you're doing like the chopper stuff or the government facility, like the prison, those are on weekdays. Otherwise, it's on the weekends. The hardcore, like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday jam, we'll knock it out.
Yeah, right. So yeah, there's a bunch of big. That's the one thing anybody who hasn't seen the movie, you should check out. Is like there's a bunch of you get a lot of production value, right? There's a lot here, ton of characters, costumes, fight scenes, and then you had helicopters, penitentiary, right? You had like warehouses and sort of fortresses, and so how do you get
fairgrounds?
How do you get all that stuff, right? How do you
just ask?
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, you do have to ask, but there's there's process of like an application you have to fill out and stuff like that, and sometimes it costs money.
Yeah. Nice, okay. But yeah, you put a lot of production value into it. It's great.
Psychogenic, how you doing?
Yeah. Welcome to see you. Welcome. If anybody has any questions, feel free. So what's your memory of G.I. Joe growing up? How'd you get into it?
Look at the biggest memory.
Yeah.
I guess it was Christmas. My dad, I didn't ask for any G.I. Joe for Christmas. And one Christmas, he bought me the Rolling Thunder. And I never even thought, I didn't know what it was at first when I opened it. So I never heard of the Rolling Thunder. There was this ginormous box, and that was the most shocking thing. And I got more into the Rolling Thunder after I got it. So.
Yeah, that thing is amazing. I mean, that's like nukes. That thing is carrying nukes. That's
right.
It really is. I mean, it's like they might
have a yellow cluster of missiles coming out. I'm like, wow.
That thing is insane. Yeah, one of the best. That's one of my favorites.
It's like one of the holy grails, I think, and then a complete version of the Rolling Thunder. Gosh.
Insane. What was your first figure?
It would be Stalker.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I lost him 3 times, and my dad was really mad at me for losing. He's so green and everything. You lose him in the grass, Yeah. Yeah, he's one of my favorites too. He's actually Larry Hama. I think Larry Hama is like
all about Snake Eyes, Scarlet, Stalker,
Right. Yep.
Storm Shadow, and
Right. He's big on those.
yeah. Now you talked to him. Was this before the movie or about?
At the very beginning, when we started filming, he came to Des Moines for the first time, and I helped him show him around like certain foods like pho and sushi, like he requested. Man loves his coffee. When we sat there, he was doing autographs, and I was sitting next to him talking about the movie and stuff like that. And people were walking up, looking at me. They thought I was his son. I was like, no, I'm not his son, you know. But they just thought I was. But nah, it was a great time being with Larry that day. Actually, that whole entire weekend. So great guy. I knew he was from New York. Never been here to Des Moines, and he liked it. So
yeah, okay. Was he there for a convention or?
We had another friend named Andrew. He was opening up a pop culture action, like a toy store and stuff like that, and brought him down to do some signings. And
nice.
Meantime, he killed two birds with one stone. Got to meet me about the movie, and
that's very cool. Okay. Oh, we got a question here. Do you have any interest, opinion with comic runs, especially the recent ones? Are you reading any of it, or
like the comic cons?
No, the comic books, like I guess yeah, any of the comic runs, like the original or Larry's still writing it, or
we don't want to replicate like an existing story. As you saw Crimson Archer, that's a whole different, entirely different story piece. I wouldn't want to go into copying someone else's writing to make the movie.
I'm just asking if you read it or you're interested.
On occasion I'll read some. On occasion I will.
Yeah. What you have you read the Energon universe stuff at all?
I read a little bit. I mean, maybe the first one, but I just glimpsed through it real fast. But I knew the crossovers was getting all that, getting pretty prevalent these days. And I knew I was told not to do a crossover quite yet, just because Hasbro hasn't done that yet.
Okay, yeah. Oh, here's a good question for you, because this is a dividing line for many G.I. Joe fans. What's your take on Cobra Law? Are you a fan? Or are you?
When I was introduced in G.I. Joe the movie, I as a kid I didn't really like it. Okay. As a kid, it just got a little weirder for me. And I didn't like what they did to Cobra Commander either. So,
yeah.
So I didn't really. I mean, Gobulus was cool, especially Nemesis Enforcer. He was this big brute guy. Those three people kind of remind you of what was that movie, Superman 2? Those three villains from Superman 2. That's what kind of reminded you of, and that's what the way the story and how they acted. But that's how I felt about it. I mean,
yeah, I agree. Like, I think that's what a lot of us. You want it to be this military fantasy that like goes a little over into sci-fi, but then when you go like too crazy, it's like almost a different story.
It's a different vibe, right? It's a whole different vibe, and and then you crossing over when later on into like in the 90s or late 80s, you saw Cobra Commander with the armored suit later on and stuff like that. Again, it went to a different change. I mean, I didn't stop following the action figures and the cartoons till like I was around late middle school.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, and then I kind of lost a little bit in touch with it. Still kept my old figures, but I wasn't into like Battle 2000 or Extreme or any of that other stuff.
Extreme, that's terrible. Yeah. I'll admit I was buying like secretly all the time. Well in my 20s, I was like, and now it's funny because you see there's this huge culture of all these guys, women who are doing the same thing, who are buying them now as like 40, 50-year-old men.
So we have the money now to get them, right?
The money, that's true. But I was like an 18-year-old. I was like, I'm in the toy aisle. And I'm like, all right, don't laugh. Actually, I didn't give a shit. I was like, whatever. I like
whatever, we're buying it. It's meant for us. They're only making it for us anyways. So.
Well, now they're only making it for us.
Right.
Can't get it for. I'm like, I'll take my. I have a few kids, and I'll take them to the store. $25 figure is like, you better have a really good report card for that shit.
Right. Yeah, figures used to never cost that much,
$3, yeah.
Ah, jeez, but yeah, like I said, they just make it for us. Kids these days don't really do toys anymore. They're into their their phones and tablets now and video games.
Yeah, I think what Hasbro needs to do if they want to like keep the toy hobby alive is lobby for everybody to take their friggin' kid off the damn iPad. I mean, the reality is it's terrible. It's terrible for them. Like, it's ruining their brain.
It is.
You gotta because they're not gonna play with toys if you don't take the iPad away. I have kids. I limit their time. I take it out of their hands.
They don't even ride bikes anymore. I talk to my nieces that they don't even know how to ride a bike and stuff. I'm like, what is going on to the younger generations?
Yeah. Well, now you can't let them ride bikes because they're gonna get abducted or some shit. I don't know. There's like a feeling that you have to watch your children all of the time. But back in the 80s, nobody gave a shit, and our parents just let us like go play in trash for like 7 hours and come home.
Right? On our bikes, we probably have like a scrape on our knee, from falling somewhere,
Almost die like 3 times a day.
Oh, at least, Oh, I remember those old days.
And I didn't die, and that's what's important. So.
Right.
But anyway,
anybody else got questions for us here? Oh, he says, I'm watching this movie right after. Well, thanks,
nice. Very nice. Yeah.
It's a great film. There's look for the stingers at the end.
Yeah.
Put a lot of them in there. So
what I love about the movie is it nails a bunch of things that the other movies don't. Which is so you have all of the various versions of G.I. Joe in the movies. They try to change too much and they go crazy and they change the costumes and everything. Nothing looks right. They just change things arbitrarily. But and then what you nail here is the characters look like the characters. They feel like the characters. And they also, and you have a lot of them in there. I feel like the other thing movies chintz you out on, they give you like 5, 6 characters on each side.
Right.
They don't even touch Beachhead. Like Beachhead hasn't made it in a movie yet. It's like
right.
But everybody loves Beachhead. Beachhead's like one of the most loved.
Right, he's a significant Joe. He's the trainer, I believe, one of the trainers too.
Yeah.
He has some leadership in the G.I. Joe world, and I'm surprised they never put him in any of the Hollywood films. To tell you the truth,
I don't think they look hard enough to find out that this guy is one of the favorites. It's that he's as loved as you think he is, but you give him a real prominent role. He's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I like the actor. He had like a good, him and Roblox had a good rapport. Yeah. All the characterization's great in the movie. Shipwreck is also a standout for me. I think he was one of the,
he's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. He makes me laugh all the time on set, all the time. Oh gosh, he used to be a professional wrestler here locally in the local circuits. So I make fun of him all the time. Just like, so you kind of have wrestle dudes half naked, all oiled up and everything. Huh? He gets all dirty on me. I'm like, stop. But I had a great time with all my actors. I love them all.
Yeah. He's good. Some good finds in there. I thought Dr. Mindbender was nailing it, but he was sufficiently evil. He wasn't jacked.
No, he wasn't jacked. The funny thing during audition when we got him, he even stood up like, Pierre, I might have the bald head, I got the accent down, but I don't got any of this going here, man. So I talked to the prop master. We just developed this nice purple shell to cover the lack of that he had,
Hey, I don't have it either, you know, but no one's a Dr. Mindbender. That's what makes him so weird.
Well, I mean, we had to be creative about this, you know, and still try to make him look like the character, you know.
Mm-hmm. I think he did a good job of like acting the character, though. Like that's what's important too, you know.
Oh yeah, and I was really strict about that, you know. I was telling the actors that you got to look at the old cartoons, look at some of the comics, find out the character, become the character. Especially the guy who played Major Blood. He lived and breathed it, not just on set, but even at home. I feel bad for his wife, but
did he write bad poetry?
He's just he's the most hilarious guy, I feel. He does a lot of improv, and he's the master at it.
Oh, nice.
So, and some of the deleted scenes you'll see in this film is a lot of him going off on a tangent, and I'm just like, keep it rolling. So we'll edit later, but it's good stuff. He's a very good actor.
Oh, we have another question here. What are your thoughts behind using lasers like in the cartoon?
Let's see here. Again, like I said, it's supposed to be a live replication of the cartoon itself. So I knew it had lasers in the cartoon, so we kept it that way. I mean, at the beginning of the film in the warehouse, they had regular guns. But then if you heard Duke, what he said in the chopper during the film, to switch their weapons to lasers because he didn't want anybody killed. So we switched it to lasers just to have it just like the cartoon had it.
So you're more a cartoon guy than a comic book?
I am more, like I said, most of my time growing up to Jojo was mostly with the cartoons and the action figures. I didn't get a whole lot. I mean, I get some comics as a kid, but I didn't get a whole lot of access to comics just because my parents didn't really want me to read a whole lot of the comic books back then, just more like regular school books and stuff. Right. And
lost your brain. I can confirm as a person with a rotted brain. Well,
if I had a friend who had one, he'd just let me borrow it, and I just sneak it in with my regular books to read it, somehow. But most of my childhood was just composed mostly of the cartoons and the action figures.
That's funny. Now I'm thinking about it, the movie feels that way because it has it feels like, I think when we all watch the cartoon, right? It's like, I love the characterization. I love like the fun. It's like a fun, light hearted kind of feel. But then it's too goofy, and it's like, and it doesn't have like the sense of violence or whatever. Whereas you kind of, what you did is, I think you kept that camaraderie, you kept like the fun, but you made it a little more serious, which feels like playing how you play with it,
Right. Well, yeah. If you saw the cartoons, it had some of that, that corniness type of humor. Yeah. And I told people who've never seen G.I. Joe that saw my movie, all this was done intentionally, the type of dialogue, type of humor we implemented to reflect to the cartoons. So it was kind of an easy thing for these actors to do, really. And I wanted to make sure that kids were able to watch this film. So it didn't get too hardcore for everybody. So I want all ages to watch it.
Yeah, there's some action. It gets a little, which is nice. I think you hit a nice note where it didn't feel
a good balance, for kids and adults to enjoy. Really, it gets kind of slow. I understand at the beginning, but it kind of draws in the storyline and what's to come. So it does get a little better as you keep watching it.
Oh yeah, no, I thought I liked it. I don't know. It felt like you were setting the scene, nice like general flag kind of talk, and then you get into them on a mission, right? Which is, you get some of that banter. I like that. I didn't feel it was rough, so I did enjoy it.
Good. Yeah, the prison scene at the penitentiary, we went there twice, and that you guys should really look at the background of that place. It was really cool. They had, the first time we went, we had low security, like type of prisoners, inmates in there the first time. Oh yeah. So they told us the girls you had on your staff, make sure they wear a ball cap so they don't get catcalled when walking through. And one of the girls didn't, I don't know, maybe she wanted the attention. She didn't follow directions and they were whistling at her. But but it was a cool time. I mean, the staff, everybody had a great time and what I was able to deliver for them to make this film. And everybody really enjoyed, had a great time making it.
Nice. That's good. So that's an achievement there too, because it is difficult. It's definitely hard to make a movie. So
It is definitely hard.
yeah. So I'm curious about your time hanging out with Larry Hama talking about G.I. Joe. I met him very briefly at a Comic Con, and he's funny because I'm on his Facebook. Like he seems like, I don't think he quite understands like how important what his impact is. It feels like he doesn't like quite, because he just did it by accident, right? Like from what I understand, he's like
right. He's just like a writer.
He was the last guy they asked, and he took the job. He was the one guy who took the job because nobody wanted a comic book about action figures. But it's now become like his legacy. It's crazy.
He's the Godfather, you know. Yeah. So he, like I said, he came to Des Moines for the first time. Wanted, you know, helped out Andrew doing some signings at his shop, and got to talk with me about the movie. And he wanted to lay out some how the characters are, and I wanted to really achieve that in the film, how the characters were, but also in relation with the cartoons itself as well, because originally it was a cartoon brought to life. But in honor of him, I did implement comic elements into the film for the fans in honor of Larry Hama. So you like the romance scene you've seen with Scarlet and Snake Eyes that's a comic book portion, not in the cartoons.
Yeah.
So, and then you'll see a little bit of the Duke and Scarlet situation in the film as well. That kind of reflects to the Sunbow cartoon situation.
Oh yeah.
So, so you'll see comic elements into the movie, but overall, it is like the cartoons.
I am curious. Do you remember what did Larry tell you about the characters? Was there
one of them is there was 4 elements that I had to stick to. I couldn't remember all now on top of my head, but I knew one really stuck out and was weirdness, and I had to make sure they had to be unique in their own way. That's how we kept it. You know, with all the Joes and even some of the Cobra guys, they're very unique in their own individual way, you know?
Yeah.
I just had a question. If you had an unlimited budget.
There we go. Let me put that on there.
What type of
great question. Yeah.
What type of Jojo story would you tell? Oh.
Yeah.
If I had an unlimited budget.
Yeah.
Well. How it changes things, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
As far as like I talked to you earlier, Mark, about the origin story with Snake Eyes. If I had an unlimited budget, I would go with what the original origin story for Snake Eyes would have been in the Vietnam War era with Storm Shadow and Stalker. I would, make a Vietnam War scene. And I know that stuff is not cheap. So,
right.
So, I mean, I would do something like that as far as for an origins film if I had unlimited funds to it.
Nice. If only I would much rather you have the unlimited funds than the people that are in charge of the G.I. Joe movies now. We talked a little bit about the movies. So, what's your take on Snake Eyes Origins?
I get what they were trying to do, placing Snake Eyes as the Asian guy. That was kind of the true vision for Larry Hama.
Oh, yeah.
To have Snake Eyes be an Asian guy. But I don't like how they portrayed Snake Eyes as a bad guy or some kind of thug.
Yeah.
It doesn't sit well with me for Snake Eyes. Growing up, you think Snake Eyes was a good guy, and he doesn't talk. So in this film, he talks and he's a thug. So I really didn't like that aspect about the film.
Yeah, I agree, because it's like something about Snake Eyes that really got me in the comic books is he's like a really good guy. Like he has like the scene where he first meets Scarlet, and she's beaten up like Clutch and like Rock. I don't know, all the GI Joe guys, right? Because they're
Mhm.
trying to be macho. She's trying to show them that she can kick their ass. And then he comes over and like, well, take on Snake Eyes, and he like throws himself. He like makes himself like lose the fight. He makes it look good enough,
Right.
because he's got no pride. Like I mean, he doesn't need to have pride, and he wants to
Right.
let her get the win. And it's just like little moments like that. Like he's a really good guy. So then when they take him and they make it, and that's kind of one of the things that really works, is you got a guy he looks like a bad guy. He's wearing all black. He's got this ninja garb. His face is destroyed. He can't talk. He normally would be a bad guy, but he actually is good. So when the stupid Snake Eyes Origins movie comes around, and they make him like this awful human being, like he's such a bad guy. Just come back. The other thing I don't understand about this movie that aggravates the crap out of me about Snake Eyes Origins is the Kiko character, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like the girl that's she's like she's into him.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. You know,
he should cut his head off halfway through that movie. There's no reason.
He didn't wear the mask until the end of the film, and it was just a motorcycle helmet.
Ridiculous, yeah. And at the end of that movie, he should not be going anywhere. I don't care if he helped, right? Because it's like the whole movie, he's screwed over. These guys are ninjas. He's screwed them over. He steals from them. He betrays them. He gets a bunch of them killed.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, no, you can go. No, that's not happening.
I hope they learned their lesson from that film. I really do, because I don't think they even made even on that film. To tell you the truth, but I hope they learned on that. So listen to the fans.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, like, yeah, I came out during COVID too, so that was like real hopeless for that movie. But I don't think it would have been. It probably wouldn't have made any money anyway if it was
right.
Yeah, not the best. Not the best. What do you have? What's your favorite of the GI Joe movies? Yeah.
What's my favorite?
Any of them are good at all, actually, I should say.
That's hard to say. Yeah. It really is. I think from the three of them, Retaliation, just because I like the Snake Eye suit.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's pretty good.
And maybe the fight scene, but the story itself, I just didn't. It didn't do well for me.
Yeah. I agree. That's the best one, though. That mountain fight scene's all right.
Yeah. I mean, from all three films, I would say Retaliation.
Yeah,
probably the better ones that they made.
Yeah. Right, Cobra is an abomination.
Oh yeah, I hate that one.
I hate it too.
I never watched it. I saw it like a few times. Like, I'm done watching this. It just it's like insulting.
Have you watched the cartoon recently? Like, have you done a rewatch of the cartoon at all?
I have a copy of Resolute that I watch every so often, and I do have a complete series of the old cartoons.
Oh yeah.
And then GI Joe the movie, of course, cartoon, which on occasion I'll show my nieces. Yeah. That movie on occasion, but they say it's old looking, uncle. It's like, well, I am old, so yeah.
Right.
These kids, I don't know, but I'm trying to get them. I try to get these kids into the GI Joe universe, but it's not an easy thing. Yeah.
I got my kids playing with the classified stuff.
That's when they see the vehicles, then that really impresses them.
Yeah. Yeah. They sucker you into the Haslabs?
Oh, I got all of them so far, including the old original Striker, one of the first ones they had, the Air Striker.
Striker, yeah.
Yeah, I had that one, and I've been collecting all the Jel Hazlab since,
Oh, right, okay, yeah, nice. Which one do you think is the best?
I haven't received my Rattler yet.
Oh,
I'm still waiting on that. I'm still waiting on that, so I can't really decide which is the best. I'm hoping it's the Rattler, but I heard that thing is massive. But I first thought the his tank was pretty massive until you saw the chopper, the Dragonfly, and that was huge too. So I can't wait to see what the Rattler looks like, how big that sucker is.
Yeah, I'm loving. Love the his tank. His tank's incredible.
Yeah, it is. I like the his tank. I mean, when it first came out, and I was like, "Wow, I put all my dudes in here. It lights up." You know, I was like, all you need now is to have like little buttons to make all the sounds for the missiles go off or something.
Yeah.
You know,
that thing would be real expensive. They like to
right?
They overcharge for everything. So,
oh, it is Hasbro, right? So. Are you into that Cold Slither? Cold Slither. I think we made a set came out just not too long ago. Oh, there you go. Oh, you got it. Okay, yeah.
There you
go. Yeah. I just pre-ordered mine, so.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, it's a beautiful box. That's for sure.
Oh, look at that. It is nice. Look at that
box. Yeah. It's funny. I always talk about it like, all right. So here's the real question: do you play with them or do you just pose them?
I suppose I pose them and take photos of them.
Oh, you do? Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's what I do. I don't necessarily play with them unless you think doing stop motion is like playing with them, I suppose. But if you do like stop motion stuff, that's kind of like playing. But otherwise, I'll just like pose them up and I'll take a photo. Okay. How cool it looks.
Yeah. All right. So I full on play with them.
I know. It's okay. I know there's people that still do. It's okay. It's okay.
But, my mouth. I believe in that. Yeah.
It's a part of our childhood that makes us that we knew. It's the happiest times of our lives because our childhood. And we try to hang on to that.
Right. Yeah.
That's probably why we buy all this nostalgia stuff.
Nostalgia does kick in. Yeah, it's powerful. But it's also, I think, for me, it's got a great lore, a lot of good story here. It's just a lot of really interesting storytelling it activates me. I guess that's probably what drove you to make the movie, right?
No, I mean everything from it. Just the storyline of the characters, the diversity between all the characters. It was a variety. It wasn't like you're stuck to like a cookie cutter type of military type of orientation. I mean, everybody was different, in their own way, which makes it kind of cool, from all different classes. They even brought in barbecue, a fireman guy, So it's like they weren't segregating anybody in this. Yeah. So it was kind of a cool thing. They just brought in everybody.
Yeah, it's true. I think it has one of the weirdest heroes. Like if you look at like the list of heroes, they're on the weirdest bunch.
Right.
They're all different, types. Even like you get, some of them kind of goofy, like Bazooka or something. You have
with the jersey and everything. Yeah, it's kind of goofy, but
but they're still heroic, which is cool. It's like
right.
Not everybody's a square jaw like Duke.
Well, when they brought SciFi out during that time, I'm like, what's this about? You try to get all into the futuristic stuff, and all those guys in camo, and all of a sudden you got SciFi that came in. Kind of throw a little different bone in the mix, but I did buy him.
You buy everything? Are you a completionist, or you just buy what you want?
I am. I'm a complete. Yeah, I got to have all of them. Yeah. So.
Even like Python Patrol, whatever.
I got them too. Yeah. Yep, I got those too.
Yeah.
Night Force, you got it, man. Even like Ninja Force, I got that stuff.
Lunarctic Empire, how about that shit?
I don't think I got that.
Yeah,
I don't got that one. No, I don't got that.
Yeah.
There's Sky Patrol. Do you remember Sky Patrol?
Sky Patrol's all right. I can do Sky Patrol, yeah.
All the chrome, man, a lot of chrome and all their stuff. See, I was a fan just like everybody else that made a movie, a fan making a fan film, for the fans. But the sequel, I hope you guys like. I mean, we were thinking about down the road doing a branch off series like Ninja Force, like a series of it.
Oh wow, okay.
And maybe go on to like even the Nox as a series,
Oh,
but
wow.
it's just that the time frame just wouldn't allow us to do all that stuff.
Yeah, it takes forever.
Yeah. Takes forever. Time frame and money just costs too much. So hopefully in the second film, what we're planning on doing is hopefully shoot the beginning of the second film and use it for the Kickstarter account. Hope you guys can help fund us making the second one, you know. And you never know, Mark, you could be in the next film, right?
All right, yeah, I'm an actor.
You know, filming, so you never know, right? You could be one a villain, a Joe, who knows?
There you go. Yeah. I can make a good, I don't know, Frostbite or something, maybe.
There you go, Frostbite, an age from. As you can tell, most of our guys, if you know the storyline of the first one, it's like after the whole after G.I. Joe the movie, you know what I'm saying? It's comes after this. So they're a little aged a little bit. So you talk about Gung Ho's going away party and stuff like that. So we got the guys a little aged. So, you know, but as long as you can look like the part, we're good. You know.
Right, definitely.
Well, we got someone watching the movie now.
Oh, nice. Cool. All right, yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe, guys. We need you to subscribe, not just
subscribe. Well, subscribe to my damn channel too if you haven't.
Yeah, and to Mark too. You know, so
a lot of people don't subscribe. Whatever, you know.
Yeah, they just want to watch. They don't want to. They just either forget or like, oh, screw you guys. I'm just watching.
I'm not for like 5 videos, maybe. That's what subscribe. I can make sense. I would get what pisses me off is when they unsubscribe. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I'm subscribed to like 3,000 channels that I don't watch, so I don't even know. You know,
I'm like, so, does the crowd have any more questions for us, or?
No, any more questions out there?
I mean, hopefully, I'm able to take this to cons out there. I know we had a problem taking the film to cons, and because the film's too long, and they have a time schedule for like paneling and all, like about half an hour a piece or something like that, and they can't fit my movie in that time frame on their schedule, so I can't go to a con with this stuff.
Oh yeah. That's true. Yeah, because it is kind of tricky because you have a full hour and a half there.
Right. I mean, the best thing I could do at a con is have a booth maybe and have like a TV up showing like the trailer and maybe have a QR code on the table. Hey, go watch it anytime, you know, on YouTube, whatever, you know. That's the only thing, the best I can do.
Yeah. Maybe not like Joe Lanta. They won't make an hour and a half for you.
I don't know. I mean, if they have like a movie, see, the movie's set up for the movie theaters in DCP format.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right. So, like, when guys ask me, "Do you have like an MP4?" You know how long it takes for us to try to get everything down to the MP4 level or some other, because everything is separated right now for the theaters. You know, and
true. So you would have to get it in, like, because you could. I'm thinking like a convention center could have a little room where they could play it, maybe. But it's,
right. I mean, if you want the full theatrical sound of it all, it's best to have it under a DCP file. You know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just going to get stereo on like, you know, anything else. So.
And now it is on. Let's see. I can figure out guys cons do fan films for after party. Oh, let's see that.
Cons do fan films. Oh, so like they'll throw the movie up at an after party?
That could be cool. Okay.
That'd be kind of cool. I'll be down for that, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know which cons do that, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, you can watch it right now on YouTube, right? So there you go. Yeah,
you can watch it now on YouTube. Yeah. I mean, it took a while to get here, you know. It's been in circuit all this time, you know. But I'm glad for the circuit. It, you know, it makes our film a little bit more legit as far as for, you know, being judged by our peers, as far as for how the film lays out and stuff. So I'm kind of grateful for that.
Now, have you met other people who've made G.I. Joe fan films?
I met Jeremy a while back, who made that long series of G.I. Joe fan film.
Oh
What's
yeah.
it called? Gosh, it was like a long drawn. They made it long time ago,
Yes.
and it just kind of continued on like into a series. Jeremy Centuro or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I met him a while back. We talked a lot about my movie and stuff like that. And let me see who else I talked to. I did talk a little bit to Mark at the beginning of my film.
Oh, Mark Chang.
Yeah, Mark Chang. I did talk.
Yeah.
I talked to him for a little bit.
And yes. So.
And then that's about it. I didn't talk to anybody else.
Yeah. Okay. The one you were talking about, the other one, I think it's more like a comedy, right? The one that's
Yeah. It's more of a con. Yeah. Their Destro was made out of tinfoil on the head. Remember that?
That was funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. So, and I'm friends with Jeremy and his brothers too. They were involved in that. We talk about a lot about the GI Joe stuff.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool. I like this little community between you guys there.
Yeah, we do. We have our own little, thing going back and forth, and like he said, the next film I do, maybe he'll help out on mine,
Oh, nice.
So.
Okay. Yeah. Is he still making films or, or?
He's making some kind of, I think it was like a series or something like an post-apocalyptic series or something.
Oh, that's cool. All right. Yeah.
Star Wars. I don't know what that means, but
I don't know.
You want us to do a Star Wars film? Is that what you're trying to imply there?
Cons do, maybe the cons do fan films for After Party Star Wars. They do a lot of
Oh, they do a lot of that Star Wars
bigger community. That's a little bit of a bigger pull, but their Haslabs don't do very well anymore, I guess.
They don't?
I feel like they're failing, yeah.
It's not like another lightsaber, is it?
Probably because they're all $500. That's why,
their stuff is pretty pricey.
Oh, nice.
I watched it when it came out. It was hella good. Well, thanks, Max.
Right. There you go. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's great. It's a really fun movie. And what I love about it is you put a lot of like passion in it, and then all the Hollywood movies are just like clearly cash grabs where nobody gave a fuck.
It was a money grab from Hollywood. That's all it was.
Yeah, every time they're like, you could tell the people they got don't care. They don't
no
for it. And you just showed a lot of affection in the movie. So,
well, if I had a Hollywood budget, I would make this even more better than what it is what it is now. Trust me. I would probably have subs, probably Air Force One up or something. I don't know.
Get a real Rattler in there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Definitely watch that. I'll definitely watch that.
Anybody else got questions?
All right. Well, all right. Well, if any other questions, I guess we can. Anything we didn't cover here?
I don't know what else to cover other than just keep watching our movie. I guess be on the lookout for the second one if it comes down the road. You guys like the first one? Let us know. Just comment, subscribe. Let us know how much you guys like the movie.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Any characters you guys want to see in the next film, just start spouting out, hey, can you guys put this guy or whatever this guy, I just want to see what the demand is from all the fans out there, who they want to see, in the film.
I want to see Jinx.
You want to see Jinx? We need more females, I feel. We need more females in the movie.
Well, that's very prominent characters that are female, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, there's Cover Girl, there's Jinx, of course, Lady Jane Scarlet, I don't know if we should bring in Helix, not really during the 80s time, but...
No, I'm obsessed with Helix. I love Agent Helix. Yeah, I'm really into it.
Okay.
So,
but we'll see down the road, I know... I don't want to spoil things. I just know a lot of the knocks will be in the second film. I don't want to say all will be in there, but you'll just see who's all going to be in there. So,
we're going to get casting for those guys.
I've already started looking already. So, I mean, it all depends on like if they fit the look and they can act.
Yeah. Pro wrestler. Yeah, you probably hit up some pro
Oh,
wrestling.
I've already talked to a pro wrestler for doing for being Ripper
Oh, nice.
already. So he looks like Ripper.
Yeah.
He told me, I can see why you asked me.
Yeah.
He looks like Ripper. So
would you play the scum of the earth? Basically, would you play the scummiest person? Imagine.
But to be well liked with the fans, you see.
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say that to him.
Yeah. Anyway, Zorana. We definitely, if you're doing Knox, you gotta have Zorana.
Oh, you gotta have her. Maybe her other twin brother. Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Nice. All right.
Xandar.
Yeah. Well, I'm in. I wanna see it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to spoil what the beginning's all about, so you have to wait till you see it on the Kickstarter. But we'll plan on hopefully shooting it by next spring.
Oh wow!
So,
okay, nice.
Right now we're kind of like in pre-production mode for it. So.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. Great.
For the people who don't know what filming is, it's kind of the process before you start shooting, getting things set up.
Cast coming back, or are you gonna
like I said, it's going to Team B, so you'll see whoever you saw in the first film from Team B will be back with a lot of added new characters. We'll showcase from both sides. Like I said, it's Crimson Archer. It's a second to the Crimson Archer film. If you see the ending, you kind of have an idea what the second one's kind of be about.
Okay, yeah.
So that helps. So keep watching that movie. Look for the Easter eggs, because people will tell me they watched it 6 times and they see it differently every time. It's like, I swear you added a different scene to this. It's like, no, it's the same movie, man. Maybe you went to the bathroom.
Yeah. Nice. I'll have to watch it again just for the Easter eggs then. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you look, I'm a very detailed person. So if you look closely in the backgrounds, because I know you're just noticing the G.I. Joe talk, the dialogue and stuff like that. Yeah. But a lot of people are not noticing what's behind them sometimes. So if you rewatch it again, try to notice all the things if you can.
Yeah, all right.
You know what I'm saying? So because I'm very detailed like that. So you're not going to find it. The first time you're going to watch it, you're not going to catch everything, guaranteed.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Too many busy things going on. You're not going to catch everything at all. So I always suggest watch it 2 or 3 times because it's going to look a little bit different to you. So,
nice.
So it's a good film. I mean, I've already had fans here locally that seen it in theaters come up to me already at a mall. I mean, we still have a mall here. I was in the food court area doing some last minute shopping. They just walked up to me. He's like, "Are you the guy that made the G.I. Joe movie here in town?" I was like, "That'd be me." It's like, I was at the theater and so many people were talking to you and I didn't get a chance to, man. Is there going to be a sequel? I was like, oh man. Because everybody's always asking for it.
Yeah.
It's like, did you like the first one?
That's awesome. Yeah.
But, any questions, everyone? Any more before we call it a night, I guess? Or
yeah. I think we're good. All right. More. Well, I really appreciate you joining me here and talking through the movie and G.I. Joe. And,
hey, no problem, man. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, I'd love to have you back just to talk classified sometime.
Yeah, we can. Have me back anytime you want, man.
All right. Well, thanks so much. Yes, you want to check out the movie. It is on. I'll put a link in the description, but it is on YouTube, so you can watch it anytime you want.
Right.
And it's really, really fun. Really, much more passion for that than the Hollywood movies. It's really fun to see a fan make a movie. It's what you were asking. All the guys, you watch a movie and you watch Hollywood make a movie, you're gonna complain, right? When Hollywood makes a movie, you're complain the costumes don't look like costumes, the characters don't act like the characters, everything's fucked up. They forgot everything. They made their own shit up, and it's not as good.
Right.
Pierre did not do any of those things. He gave you the movie you wanted.
I'm a fan just like you. So
yeah. Cold Slither movie. You're gonna make a Cold Slither movie.
Is what they're asking? I do have a band.
Oh, nice. There you go. All right.
So, I mean, they are composed of 3 guys. I mean, you never know. So,
awesome.
Thanks, Action Figure Archive.
All right. Well, thanks for everyone for showing up, and I appreciate it. Again. All right.
All right. See everybody later. Yo, Joe.
See